I want to tell you about a man who arrived in Canada with $600 and a cousin's couch. No connections, no one waiting for him, just $600, a couch, and a decision he made quietly on his very first night. 10 years later, he owns 3 properties. He still drives a 2015 Honda Civic, and almost nobody knows. What Canada cost us, Part 3. On my first night in Canada, lying on my cousin's couch with $600 in my account, I made a decision. I was not going to spend 10 years complaining about what Canada did not give me. I was going to spend 10 years studying what Canada rewarded, and what I found when I started looking changed everything. 6 months after I arrived, I saw a flyer at a community center. Free financial literacy workshop for newcomers. I almost did not go. I had worked a double shift the night before, but I went. And that 2-hour workshop changed the entire direction of my life in Canada. That evening, I learned 3 things I had never heard before. The TFSA, tax-free growth. I opened one the next morning. The credit score, my financial identity in Canada. I built one from scratch. The first-time homebuyer incentive, a government program most immigrants never know exists. I went home and wrote 3 words in my notebook. TFSA, credit, property. That was my 10-year plan, written in a borrowed notebook, in a borrowed room with $600 in the bank. The next few years were not easy. Uber for 2 years, while I studied project management online, late at night, after shifts, every month, $200 into my TFSA, before anything else, before remittances, before myself, rice and stew. I cooked on Sundays for the whole week. No restaurants, no new clothes, a used Civic for $4,000 cash. But my TFSA was growing, my credit score was climbing, and I was watching the Mississauga property market like it was my second job, because it was. In 2018, 4 years after arriving with $600, I bought my first property, a condo in Mississauga, $389,000. I used the first-time home buyer incentive. I used the home buyer's plan, which lets you withdraw up to $35,000 from your RRSP tax-free for a first home. I had structured my savings for exactly this moment. Mortgage payments, $1,640 a month. Rental income, $1,900 a month. The property was paying for itself and putting $260 in my pocket from day one. I did not move in. I kept renting a room. I let the property work for me while I kept working. By 2021, the condo had appreciated. I refinanced, pulled the equity, used it as a down payment on a second property. By 2023, 3 units, 2 in Mississauga, 1 in Brampton, total rental income, $4,100 a month, total mortgage payments, $3,200 a month, net income from property alone, $900 every single month, while the properties keep growing in value. I still drive the 2015 Civic. I still cook my own food most nights, and almost nobody knows the full picture. Et al., I am not telling you this to impress you. I am telling you this because the path I took is available to almost every Nigerian immigrant in Canada, and most people never find it because nobody shows them where to look. Open a TFSA immediately. Every dollar that grows inside it, the government takes 0. Build your credit from day one. Secured credit card. Pay it in full. Never miss. Learn the first-time home buyer incentive before you think you are ready. Plan early. Live below your means. Deliberately. Not forever. Just long enough to build something real. Attend free financial literacy workshops. They exist everywhere. Most immigrants never walk through the door. Buy property to rent first. Let the tenant pay your mortgage. Eta al, you asked me what Canada cost me. 2 years of Uber at night and office cleaning at dawn. Rice and stew every week for 3 years. The humiliation of handing my degree to people who set it aside without reading it. The loneliness of building quietly while everyone around me performed success. But here is what Canada gave me in return. 3 properties, financial freedom, a life built entirely on my own terms. Canada does not reward noise, it does not reward performance, it rewards patience, consistency, and the willingness to learn what the country values, then give it exactly that. I came with $600, I am not done yet. Part 4 of What Canada Cost Us drops next Monday. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if Tunde's story gave you something today, share it. Someone in your circle needs to hear this before they give up. I am Buki from Buki African Tales, Eta al. This is a real story sent in from Tunde.